Welcome to the 2350 Effect. Meet the Presenters Week. Effect starts now.
All right, everybody, and welcome to the 2350 Effect. I like to tell people the network is the cause and this is the effect. So welcome to the 2350 Effect. I am your co-host. I'm the collaborator of the 2350 Network, the 2350 Effect, the virtual wellness experience, and the newly completed second work-life balance summit. My theme music, it has to be collaboration. So speaking of collaboration, I'm always joined as my collaborator, co-host and partner, Dr. Tanya Farron. Dr. Farron, introduce yourself and tell people about you who don't know you and have been hiding under a rock.
Exactly. Hi, everyone. I am Tanya Farron. I am the owner of Creative Living Ideas, which is the organization that helped power and get the Work-Life Balance Summit off the ground, along with my amazing presenter, co-host over here, Damian Kinsey. So yeah, we just completed the second one. And of course, last year it was a great moderation, nice summit. And this year, was even bigger and better. And we already have plans to make the next one even better than that. So super exciting. It was a great event and I'm excited to talk tonight about it. Absolutely.
Yes, I am definitely excited to talk about it. So many things went on. So much. It's 26 presenters, so many other people, individuals here. We always do the recap, and we recap with these conversations and have people who have presented and were part of the summit to get their perspective and the information on it. Thanks, Christy, for being here. Jackie, as always. Leslie Flowers, as always. Melissa, thank you as well. Please put yourself in the comments, the chat, so we know where you're at, where you're from, and we can talk to you, and we're happy to have people here. So we have a great group of people in the back. So without further ado, let's just bring them up, okay?
Yep, absolutely. Right. Let's do it.
So we have Leslie Flowers, who presented at the Professional Work-Life Balance Summit. She also presented at the Work-Life Balance Summit. And she did a great presentation, an amazing presentation. And thank you so much, Leslie. Welcome to the stage. So much help and support and coming out and being a part of this summit. And I thank you so much.
Oh, totally a pleasure. I love the platform. And the truth is that the two of you, we didn't have to worry much because we were like a bunch of kitty cats and you were hurting us quite well, like a sheepdog. Right, in a way that no matter how confused we were or lost, because we're all on different pages, I mean, you made sure, I don't know how you did it, that no matter what our question was, that we got an answer, whether it was by phone, text, LinkedIn, email. I just don't know how you did it. And I'm totally grateful because being a part, we just get to do our thing. We really didn't have to, I didn't have to worry about anything. I just didn't. And even you, Dr. Tanya, spent a little time with me the day before. And you went on Zoom just going through the platform again. And I had done this in the spring and we discovered something that we could solve. So because we spent, and you were so generous to spend that time with me, we found something before the summit that we were easily able to correct. So nothing happens by coincidence. And I'm very grateful to both of you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Was great. It was a great discovery. Thank you.
And speaking of gratitude, discovery, we have way more people in the back. So let's bring all of them up and bring them one by one. And then we get to talk to them. Jackie Holberg, thank you for coming. Jackie brought her team. She came out to the summit. She presented, and it was so great and amazing. Thank you for coming, Jackie. Tina, I utilized that restful reset. I'm here and I'm happy you're here as well. Tina Sasso, Paulette, another great exciting financial discussion and conversation, thinking about long-term and generational stuff and breaking it down. Welcome, Paulette, to the 2350 Effect recap. Thank you so much. And Coach Lee, welcome to the 2350 Effect recap. Coach Lee, thank you for being here. Loved your presentation and enjoyed it. And we have some other people in the audience, Felipe, who presented. Thank you as well for coming. Congratulations to you as well, because you actually were part of the summit. Thank you as well, Carrie, for being a part of the summit. Talking about finance and family and planning for things unexpected. And as always, if you're a part of the 2350 Effect and you've been here, we always start the show off with a. So we have so many people on stage. We always want to start off with a laugh or call a text, and it's amazing to have all these people sitting here on one stage. All right, so Dr. Farron, you want to start off with your laugh, call, text?
I do, because I talked about this in the backstage. We should always have like a secret backstage recording, because we always have fun conversations backstage anyway. But Leslie, a sweet, kind Leslie, decided to share with Damien and I that she wanted us to rest because we've worked so hard. And so I had to share with her how I rested today. And this was a text I sent out to my kids. It is my first ever homemade apple pie, crust filling, everything. And Tina and Lee, there's no preservatives in it. It's homemade. I made the whole thing by scratch. I mean, I know it's not exactly what I'm supposed to have, but my family enjoyed it. And so my grandma had taught me how to make a pie crust a long time ago, but I never really got it. And I just kind of channeled her. I was like, you got to help me here. What am I doing? And it was great. It was great. So it turned out good. It tasted delicious. Happy campers here.
I like that. Your first homemade pie. Nice. I'll let you backstage about the crust and everything else.
Exactly.
Paulette, what about you? What's your laugh call text?
What was the question? Can you hear me?
What is that thing in the last 7 days that made you either laugh, call, or text someone?
The presentation. I wanted to put some really grooving music on, but my daughter rebuked me. She said, remember, you're a Christian. I wanted to put on Mustang Sally. I said, Mom, come on now. You don't listen to that kind of music. You got to be authentic. Be who you are. So I was going to put on Grace and Mercy. It was too sad. I couldn't deal with it. So I decided to just do without the music and just do the presentation.
I love that. That's great.
Like that as well. Jackie, what was your laugh call text?
Oh, so really cool. Our town hosted an event on Wednesday that had people from 4 different states come in, and they were doing different things that were highlighted in our town. And one of the things was what we called a living library, where different people in our town had shared stories about themselves growing up and how they're so much different than what people first judged them on. And I had an amazing experience with a lady from Oregon. And I know I pronounce it different than people that live there, but that's how I've done it for 50 years now. But we talked and we were talking about traveling, and most of you know that I've already been to all 50 states. So I was super excited to share that with her. And she invited me to come stay with her right on the ocean if I ever get back out that way. So I actually followed up with her today and texted and just wanted to double check and make sure that I wasn't just dreaming that that offer was there. And sure enough, she says, my offer stands, come out anytime. Every day of the year is great out here. So you're welcome anytime. So that just lifted my heart. We just talked about a half an hour ago on text. So it was really good timing.
I like that. Lee, how about you?
Yeah, so mine was a little bit of a combo. It started with a text and it turned into a laugh. I miswrote when I sent a text. I went away, got back from a girls' overnight weekend kind of thing. And one of them was like, because it's been super hot here, unseasonably hot. And she said, if we're going to hike, we're going to have to get it by this o'clock and get out and do this. And in my head, I'm like, no, it's not what I want to do. I just want to really, really chill. And so what I thought I said was, I really just want to chill. We've already got Saturday planned out. Sunday morning, I just want to chill, is what I thought I said. But what I said in the text was, I need you to chill. And I didn't catch it until it's four of us that went, and another one, she texted back and she's like, what is going on? We all get on really well. And she got that horror face with this blue on top. And I'm like, then I read him like, oh, then I put, I need to chill. I need to chill. I meant to say, I need to chill. Oh my gosh. Fortunately, she's very thick skinned and she didn't even read it properly. She wasn't offended by it, but you can be assured for the entire rest of the weekend, we ran that joke like crazy. We just, anything that came up, we're like, you just need to chill. And I'm glad she took it in good favor, because that could have gone a little sideways.
That is so funny, and it brings it up to like Tina, because Tina's intro yesterday was similar to that conversation. How about you, Tina? What is your laugh code text? I like that lead that you had to laugh.
Yeah, that was really funny. For me, it was just my most recent coming to mind today, texting with two of my closest girlfriends in Wisconsin. I'm going to be going there on Wednesday driving, and I'm going to spend a week with family and friends. And so I'm just getting excited now after yesterday, today, just taking a breath and being able to start planning my vacation, my trip. So just texting and getting excited for my trip.
Like that. And Leslie Flowers, what was yours?
Kind of funny. So today, my eldest granddaughter, who was in her second year at NC State, has a part-time job at Big Mike's Barbecue. And what we've been doing every so often is the family would get together and go and surprise her. And of course, she knows she's always going to get a really good tip. But we do aggravate her. So we piled in there, 9 of us today. And this food requires French fries for most of my family, okay? They are French fry-aholics. And so wherever they go, and this place has sandwiches and burgers, smash burgers, and, so we're all seated. My granddaughter says, I hate to tell you this, guys, but we are out of French fries, which meant no loaded cheese fries, no French fries to go with the smash burgers. You know what? Instead of being stressed about it, we all laughed, aggravated her, and I asked for a plate of chips, like nacho chips, because they were having nachos, thinking, okay, they're looking for something crunchy to go with it. So everybody kind of chastised me and said, oh, come on, Nana. And they brought a pizza tray with all these broken nacho chips. And all these people that were giving me grief cleaned that plate in a heartbeat. So that was really funny. We had a wonderful time. And I left her a 50% tip, for which she was very, very happy. So that's mine for today.
I love that.
Broken nacho chips.
Felipe, welcome.
Ah, look who's here.
Mr. Tom, what was your laugh call text this weekend?
Oh, okay. Oh, wow. I think I'd have to be it. Today we went to this, after my room with Melissa Houston, I went to lunch with the maid of honor in our wedding's son and his girlfriend. They came up to DC to visit. And we went to this place called Urban Roast. I don't know if you've ever been to it, Damien, but it's one of those places where they go all out on decor for the season. So right now it's fall, and everything, leaves and lights, everything just looks like fall. And during the holidays, same thing. And so it was a really nice place. But I will say that the decor was better than the food and the service. But the other thing I'd say would be what I called and texted about was the Commanders won again. They are on a streak. And so for us in DC, that has not happened since the 90s, you all. So I'm very excited about that.
Well, congratulations for that. Hopefully it isn't short lived and they continue. My last call text is all of you, thanking you for participating, being a part of the summit. I either call, text, or message y'all and thank y'all all for the summit. I appreciate every last one of y'all. Dr. Farron, do you want to take the first question? Oh, I can go.
I do. I can.
Okay.
Yeah, no, totally. Actually, I'm not going to use one of our pre-made questions. I would like for you all, I'm going to give you a little bit of think time. I want you to give one word that describes your experience with the summit, either as a presenter or as an attendee. Your one word that would describe the summit. So we'll give you a few minutes to think about it. And I don't know. I've been rattling around some. Who's what?
Proud.
Proud. I love that. I love that.
Go on. Oh,
Okay.
sorry.
Go ahead. No, go ahead, Leslie.
Okay, it's hyphenated. Is that okay?
Sure. It's your word. You can make it whatever you want.
Okay. Self-expression.
Nice.
My word is inspiring. I was very inspired.
Tina?
It's so hard for me to give one word. Joy.
Felipe?
I gotta say, from a presenter's point, it was just so fluid the whole way. But from a attendee, educational.
Paulette?
Again, exciting.
Exciting. Lee?
Grateful.
Oh. I'm going to say impressive. It was impressive to me to have all of you there. Like, you know, I was having a conversation with my mom on the phone, and, you know, when I was explaining who we had there, you know, like all of your backgrounds and experiences, and it was impressive. Incredible. Yeah. Excellent. I like that. Did I miss anybody? Got everybody, right? Awesome. And that word too. It's also awesome. So thanks so much for those of you that are in the audience with us tonight. And some of you were at the summit. Some of you were presenting at the summit. Some of you were attendees. We are grateful that you were there. We hope that you feel the same way. Drop your word that you would use, the one word you would use to describe the summit in there. And also, I did email you all, anyone that attended the summit, with the feedback form. We would love your feedback. So please make sure that you check your emails for that. Also, those of you that attended, and anyone that didn't attend, reach out to myself or Damien and find out when our next is. You know, we'll be sharing more about that, and come and join us for some great fun. It was really fun. It was a great 2 days. All right. You want me to ask the next question?
Ask away.
All right. Let's see. I want each of you to take a minute and just tell about what you presented. Okay. Just a little bit, you know, a minute or so about what you presented and what it was about. Jackie, I'm going to start with you.
So my topic was a little intense for some people. It was called What to Do When Your Family Unbalances You. And so we deep dived into different points in our lifestyle and our life cycle, and with different types of family, whether it be our biological family, our friend network, our work family. And so we talked about different times that it can get a little rougher than other times. And then we did talk about some ways to possibly rebalance yourself. So I think I could have talked for about 17 more hours on that topic. So it was a little tough to fit that intensive work into a 45-minute session. But I hope those of you that weren't able to watch it can go back and watch it and see if that helps you. And I also encourage, if you had a ticket to the show, and your family is unbalancing you, to have them watch it with you. Just say, hey, we had all these cool different topics. Here's a couple that I want you to watch, and have them watch it with you. Dr. Tanya and Damian were very supportive of, if you buy a ticket, whoever's sitting with you can watch this and they can learn from it as well. So it's not like I'm trying to tell you to cheat them or anything, but especially when you're talking to your family, and that could be a coworker family person. So definitely try to encourage yourself to find ways to unbalance yourself so that you can find that work-life balance, or as Felipe used a word, which I wrote down, that work-life fusion. I loved that term in his session.
I love that too. That's amazing.
Real quick.
Mhm.
I'd like to just point this out that we have 9 people on this stage. This is only 33% of the presenters at the summit. So you can only imagine how many moving parts and how much went on to it. So again, thank you all for participating in the summit and also being here. So sorry, Dr. Farron. I just wanted to say that. And this is amazing. 9 people.
Exactly. So, right. So you're just getting a snapshot of what happened the last 2 days ago. Exactly. And I was in so Damien and I split sessions. You'll probably notice we were in it, and then we might have both come in and then one of us left. And that's how we do that, which gives us a great opportunity to hear and be with everybody. And we love that. And then we also will be going back and rewatching the rest of them. But Jackie agreed. Great topic. So much to unpack. And just the tip of the iceberg of what you could, do with that topic. So I loved what you shared as well. Tina, would you share with us what you talked about in your session?
Sure. Yeah, my topic was, what's your restful reset? And I really talked about a couple different tips and practices in mind, body, and spirit that you can do during the day to help to reset yourself or refuel yourself to give you energy. And it would really be for somebody that's feeling overwhelmed, stressed, tense, just throughout your day, different ideas, tips, and practices that you can incorporate.
We were cooking, but not cooking in your session. And I loved that. Yeah. What was fun? Damien and I were like 2 kids in a candy store afterwards, call each other up. And then did you see what they, and did you see what they, and did you see what they, and then I was in this room, and that is how we talked for, I don't know, an hour or so after the summit. And I was sharing, that also. I was like, and Tina made recipes and she was putting stuff together, and it was so fun. It was
fun. It was
really fun. Really, really fun. Camille, thanks for joining us. Hello, beautiful. Oh my gosh. How are you? You out shopping and doing the mom thing?
I was just going to say, I'm doing the do on a Sunday evening. So we had a action-packed day of family, and now I'm just doing this part. But then I'm also with another set of family here today, the Wellness Summit family. So of course I had to come in. And yeah, so I talked about leadership and community in life-work balance, and how it's important for us as leaders to emulate our own balance in our own lives so that we could also mentor others within our environment to our own actions, that they too can have it balanced. And it starts with us putting ourselves on that to-do list. It starts with us not just waking up on a Monday saying all the things that I say a for me list, I should say rather. So as opposed to just having that to-do list on Monday where it's everything you have to do for everybody else and everything else, before you even start that one, create that for me list, which is those simple non-negotiables weekly. And they can be very simple, that are put towards your own self, that is for you, by you, made for you. So that's what I did. I had a great time having that experience. I gotta love technology and my PowerPoint expertise. If my 7-year-old was there helping me conduct it, it would have been smooth sailing. But it was a great example to show that everything that we do doesn't have to be perfect to start. We just got to start doing it, right? So it was it actually flowed well with my presentation. And so I thoroughly enjoyed it. I thoroughly did. It was a great reminder for even my own self. And it was great being able to pop into a few rooms in between working for the man. So it was awesome.
I love that. Yeah, no, it was great to see that. And that was a great point that you brought out about, carving time out for yourself. And you really hit that home in your session. Appreciate that so much. Leslie, tell us a little bit about what you talked about.
Well, okay, I will. My talk was about how boundaries based on our values give us a very simple way of organizing our lives, our calendars. And when we did a pretty in-depth look at what first are our values, because they're always evolving. And so that's very important, because when you stand for your values, you can easily set boundaries. And then the challenge with having boundaries is being faced with someone else from the outside asking you to break one. And it also is about, once you've determined what your values are and you set your calendar up with your boundaries based on your values, then there's a real problem when you start moving things around or changing things or replacing things, such as a client who's ready to pay, which is the fear of poverty. And so while we all want and need money, the challenge is to not move those valuable appointments unless it's an emergency only you can handle. And if you start doing this and you don't honor your values or know them, and you do not set boundaries based on those values, there's something that happens even when you're the most successful. You're making money, life looks good, but all of a sudden you don't feel so hot. But it doesn't make sense. Resentment. When you consistently give up the things that you've said you value, that are important to you, it goes against your heart and it will cause resentment. So that's what we talked about. It was kind of an in-depth look at discovering values, which are always changing, pinpointing those, then setting boundaries, and then standing for yourself and your own boundaries.
Yes, love that. Definitely important to work-life balance. And so those of you that are in the audience and you did attend the Work-Life Balance Summit, you can go back through that same link and you can rewatch all of this. And so it's a great time for you to take one or two a day and zip through them and grab anything that you missed from it. So Lee, tell us a little bit about what you shared. Is Lee frozen? I think
6 compelling reasons to tell your story, write your story, publish your story, and of which there's more than 6, but I had 6 to do with leaving legacy, and not just leaving legacy, having legacy right now. I believe that legacy starts right this minute. I don't think it has to wait until you are not here, and having impact in your community, in your world, whoever it is that you are serving. And I believe that in writing your story, there is healing. I speak to women a lot of the time. We all have something, and there's no better or worse. It's just, if trauma is trauma, pain is pain, and your pain is your pain, my pain is my pain, and it's not like there's a scale. But in writing, finding a way to write that story, create that story, it helps, because now you've had to come to terms with it and put it to paper, and so do you read it several times. So there's healing through the expression of that, and also that you're inspiring other people, because especially somebody that knew you from way back or whatever, and they say, well, if she can do that, then I can do that. And the other one that I like is also driving positive change in the world. Your story can be about really anything you want. How I perfected crocheting, and you can too. It doesn't matter what you write about. It's whatever that you're passionate about, because you're probably not the only one in the world who wants to know how to do that effectively, and you're sharing that. So it's a beautiful thing. It gets to get read by lots of people, and you don't know, just like on social media, what have you, you don't know who you're reaching and who you're touching. You think you do. Maybe they did likes or said something, but there's many other people that you impact that you may never know that you had an impact on their life. Like your teachers in school, for instance, and you remember them forever. And so don't underestimate your story. And everybody has a unique story. And I do believe everybody should tell their story. Back to you, Dr. Tanya.
I love that. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. You know, Lee's room was, it was really a healthy outlet for a lot of people. I think it touched a lot of people. It inspired a lot of people. And so that was an incredible experience for many. So I appreciate that very much. Felipe, tell us what you talked about.
So mine was about finding your purpose in your career and finding that fulfillment at work and at home. And what I meant by that was really just the reality is when anyone says they love their job, it's never 100%. There's always aspects of your job that there's not a lot of enjoyment and fun. But what gets us through those difficult times is finding those moments of joy where you can. And if you can if you can infuse a little bit of things that bring you purpose in life into your daily routine at work, it really makes it a little more enjoyable. So find those moments where you can take things that aren't easy to do always, something that's maybe challenging as your faith. And I said, you're not going to go around preaching what you believe in, but your actions and what you believe in go a long way, along with your hobbies, simple hobbies that you might have. Photography was an example I used that I have used in all aspects of my life. But it also is about work, family, and health, and kind of doing that overlapping exercise with the Venn diagram and seeing what things you're passionate about in life and what things that are important in your life, hit all three and really dive in heavy there. Put your time and effort into those areas that impact all three, and that's going to enhance that ability to enjoy work and life. And hopefully you'll find that work-life harmony throughout the days that go up and down. And that's where I think that fusion comes in. Is people say, oh, keep business and personal separate. I disagree a little bit. I think it's a little bit of a fusion is a good thing. And with that being said, I will also say that talking to my wife about it today, ironically enough, we're in the car this morning going to brunch, and she's like, oh my God, that sounds so interesting. She's like, you want to watch them? I was like, everybody else's, not yours, but everybody else's. So she's looking forward to actually watching some of the replays. So I'm glad that you brought that up. And this guy here has been all over me. So I'm guessing he's jealous that he didn't get to say hi last time.
Oh,
The other dog was here. So Copper wants to say hi. Say hi, Copper.
Hi, Copper.
Feel better now? Okay, good. Thank you. All right. So, so that's what I wanted to share. Thanks.
Thank you so much. I did. I was enjoying and taking screenshots of. Did you want to say something else, Felipe?
I forgot to mention that, and a quote that I need to go ahead and put in there about fear. That I think always, sometimes we're afraid to take that step to either make that change or do something out of our comfort zone. And I still don't remember who said the quote, but I will put it in the slides. Is you can look at fear as two different things. You can either, and I think with the acronym of fear, you can either fear everything and run, or you can face everything and rise. And that mindset really does kind of remove that power from fear a little bit if you kind of adopt that mindset. So I just wanted to share that real quick.
I loved that. I remember you saying that. So that was amazing. I did take a screenshot of your Venn diagram. I was pulling it up to look at it. So I was grabbing screen grabs of things and making my own homework slides. So there was so much at the summit. So I'm excited, and I'm glad you're going to share it with your wife. That is Damien and mine's goal, is to help as many people as we possibly can. That is the goal. And so getting it out to everyone and making sure they see it. Paulette, tell us what you talked about at the summit.
Cool. Before I go away again.
Yes, I'm going to get you now.
There's 10,000 GoFundMe set up per day. And I've had people pass away. I've had clients pass away. And a lot of people are left distraught. They lose their homes. So what I want to do is educate people on options. Options that you don't have to lose everything you have. Because I brought up Michael Jackson. Everybody know who he is. His whole estate is still in probate. His family got nothing. So his kids are suing his mother. The father's gone. So there's a lot of tragedies that's going on. I just want to educate people on options. They don't have to sit around and be a victim. You can take control of your finances. And I also offered the business opportunity. You know what? This got me out of my comfort zone. I stopped thinking about me and doing the message. And I learned so much. I mean, I know a lot of it, but a lot of people need help in these times. So it's not about me. It's about what can I give? What did God give me to share? So I shared a little bit about my story, but it was recorded on the presentation for financial education. That's why I did what I did.
Thank you so much. Thank you. And I'm looking forward to watching it in its entirety. That was the one session I think Damien and I did not get to switch out. I was helping somebody with some technical difficulties during that time, so I did not get to see that, but I am excited to do that. Welcome. Go ahead.
Hold on. It was
Please.
mind blown when she said that, because I was actually in the room when she talked about that part, and I was like, wow.
And the same thing with Prince. Prince don't
like,
have,
wow.
He didn't get anything either. His relatives got nothing. So look, you guys, we do it all. We're a one-stop shop. If you need an attorney, you need to go get a will of trust, we can help you. If you need to get your finances done, we can help you with that. If you need the car insurance, we can help you with that. I mean, and we offer our services for free. Of course, you have to pay the company, but what I offer, you don't have to pay for it. Why not come and get a checkup, even if you already have a financial advisor? I'm just giving information because I want to see people in control of their lives.
Love that. Thank you so much. Welcome, Brenda Lees. Thanks for being here with us. Happy Sunday.
Happy Sunday. I'm happy I'm here. I made it.
Yeah. You're all on perfect timing. So tell us a little bit about what you did at the summit.
So for me, the summit was about helping people tap into their power of their own breath. So as we talk about work-life balance, this is the one thing that you carry with you everywhere. And if you use it properly, it can help you recenter yourself and rebalance yourself so you can actually tackle whatever it is that you have going on. We did a specific technique that is slightly different than what I've done in all of my audio rooms. So if you haven't watched the recording, go and watch the recording because it was kind of a cool experience.
It was a very cool experience. I've been to some of your audio rooms, and then I was able to do some breath work with you and see the benefits of it at the summit. And I just absolutely loved it. It was great.
I gotta say, time flies. I blink in a blink of an eye. I'm like, I have 15 minutes to go. And I haven't done that technique. Oh my God, I have to speed it up. Yeah, but it was good. It was good.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I think I got everyone except for Damien. I'm going to go first. Then I'm going to go to Damien, which will segue us to our next section. I want us to, I went in and I talked about journaling your way through life. So those of you may not know that watch, I own a company, Creative Living Ideas. I've written 9 different books. 5 of them are self-care journals. And so I talked about my personal experience with journaling. I shared some of my personal journals with everyone. I talked about different types of journaling, different benefits of journaling. And so it was just a really fun time that we were able to reminisce about diaries and journaling and experiences we had in the past and give some people some great tools and resources for their future. And then Damien, you want to share what you talked about at the summit?
So I had the opportunity to close the summit, and my job always as closing the summit is to thread the needle and close the loop between everything everybody else is talking about, but making it in a way where it's personal to me and easily digestible. So my topic was closing, which was living the 23 work-life balance, living the 2350 effect. I was able to explain exactly the root of where the 2350 effect and the mentality and the framework came from. It came from a personal experience of mine. If you have the chance to go back and see the summit, you'll be able to see what the framework where it came from. Some of the tips and trades that I got out of it, and some of the things that are non-negotiable that I put on my calendar and create space for work-life balance, and how we came about to create the 2350 effect, and some of the things that I kind of talked about and close the loop between everything everybody else was talking about. So it was a great experience, which the network is the 2350 network and the website.
Yeah.
Which
So
is-
this is the website of the 2350 Effect. Go ahead. You talk about it and I'll scroll. I'll drag
So
you
the
talk.
effect was a conversation we had about networking, bringing people together, having opportunities to collaborate, the own framework, and to talk about it. The effect is actually don't let 10 minutes of a bad moment disrupt the other 23 hours and 50 minutes of your day. You know, we have to live life to our fullest and optimal, and we take so much things for granted. And I've been through so many things that I choose not to take it for granted, and I try to create opportunities and live life to my optimal. So we have this network where we have so many things involved in it. I want to kind of skip that part for right now. Can you go to the members part? Sorry, and we can go back to that. So we have members in this section for features. We have the magazine, but scroll down. I'll get back to the magazine. So one of our members spotlight this time is Leslie Flowers. She's a member of the 2350 network. She had a new book come out. She's doing so many things around LinkedIn. She's supportive to us and everyone, and we wanted to spotlight her this time. Last time was Jamie, who was on Helpful Living magazine. So go out there and check out Leslie Flowers on the 2350th network, and I'll drop the actual website inside the chat, which is very easy. It's 2350network.com. So go in there and check Leslie Flowers. I'll put it around with the website. Can you scroll up a little bit more? This is what I want to talk about, the Helpful Living magazine, which features so many amazing people who are here on stage. Inside this magazine, you can click that, get a digital copy of it. It has their presentations. When I'm talking about their presentations, their brain trust behind it. So if you couldn't see the summit, that's a good way to stay connected and get some of the information. That's what's going on with the summit, and what happened, and get a piece of what's going on with the presenters. And it's a great way to kind of figure out who was presented, so you can connect with them, build relationship with them, see what their topics are, and be able to expand and connect with them outside of the summit, because everyone couldn't come to the summit. But this is your opportunity to be a part of the summit, figure out the presenters, and be able to connect with them, build relationships with them, do business with them, hang out with them, get to meet them, know them, connect with them, bring them into your work, your place. If you can't pay for it as a participant and an individual, they have some amazing topics. Go out and reach to them. A lot of them own their own companies. Reach out to them and say, hey, I want this topic for my company. We can kind of work this out. I work for a nonprofit. I work for a corporate. I work for an individual. I want my team to get it. Use this magazine to look at the topics. Reach out to these individuals, build connections with them, figure out the finances between your job, and get them to come in and present these. I promise you will not be disappointed with these presentations. And if they're not connected to you on LinkedIn, my thing is about helping people connect and supporting people. If you're connected to me, just reach out to me and say, hey, Damien, I saw X and Y, Z topic. This person presented. I'm not connected with them. Can you connect me with them? I will connect you with them. Let's get these opportunities to be past the summit into these corporations, these companies, and continue to build them, because they have so many topics that they were saying. Jackie's talking about how you're unbalanced when your family's unbalanced, which was a great topic, and things that people can understand. And your family is not just your immediate family. It's so many other people. Felipe talking about flipping the work-life balance and going to life-work balance and having those conversations. Lee had an emotional meeting, and I was able to catch the tail end of it and see the effect it had on people. Brenda Lee's is talking about expanding breath work and going outside of it, and knowing when it's time to pivot and go to the next chapter and the next step in your life. Those things are important, and those are things that people in corporations and companies bang their heads against the wall, try to rattle their brains and try to figure out how to actually get these things done. And you had 26 different presenters that can actually put you in it. You can hear and feel the passion of what Paulette was saying today. I felt that I was in the room yesterday with her, and I was like, and she was going, and even now her internet is glitching. You still can feel the passion and see what's going on. get these people to bring into your companies, your corporation, your schools, your agencies, your book club, your environment, your organizations, your side companies, and have them come in and actually support and work on and do that with you. Can you click onto the digital copy? That way people know exactly how much a digital copy is, so it's not confusing at all. I'm gonna delete the regular. I'm gonna make sure I put the network. So the digital copy is that. There's physical copies as well, and you can get them. So sorry, the real website is in the chat now. I corrected it. I apologize. Try to multitask, and it's there, and you can just buy a copy, get it, and it'll digitally download. It is a great manual for work-life balance for you, and it's a quick manual, and you can get tips in there from that particular thing, and it takes seconds. So, and reach out to me if you have any questions. Jackie, Jamie did an amazing job of putting that together. It was a collaborative effort between all the presenters, Helpful Living Magazine, Creative Living Ideas, and the 2350 Network. So that is what I wanted to say and leave you with. Don't be afraid to go knock on your corporation's or organization's door. Look at that magazine. Bring Lee, Tina, Felipe, Jackie, Leslie, Brenda Lee's, Paulette, and Camille, and everybody who was a part of it, Carrie's in the chat. Bring them into your corporations and companies to have these conversations and discussion. They're needed, and don't continue to sit there praying and hoping for help when you can go get it yourself. And part of my presentation was about my grandmother teaching me that I have 2 legs, 2 feet, and you have to go get it. And you can't be waiting for somebody to do it for you. A lot of times we get stuck in two different categories. There's people who do, and there's people who watch. And she gave me the feedback when I was sitting there becoming a watcher. It's time to go get up and do, and reach out to your companies. Felipe was talking about it earlier about companies and organizations, and you have to on both sides as managers and also people who are working direct work. You have to be invested in your own development and reaching out for the help and support. These are the presenters. Connect with them, reach out to them, go to the website. And again, do not be afraid to reach out to me and say, hey, can you connect me with this person? Anybody who knows me knows I have no problem connecting people with other people. It is not my job to hold resources hostage. It's not my deal. So
I just want to say, so those of you who have been to conferences before, you go in, it's this busy space. There's lots of rooms. You spend time with your map, figuring out which room you're going to go to and how you're going to get there. And you walk into it and, there's 2 or 3 other sessions going on. You don't get any handouts, or maybe if you're lucky, you went with a friend and you sent that friend to the other one. They're going to grab the resources and then you're going to grab the resources. And so here, when you purchase a ticket with us, you get to go to one live and then you can watch the recording of the other one. So we leave the recordings open for up to 2 weeks. And so you can come back and watch them at your leisure, take some additional notes, take some screenshots, whatever, can connect with the presenter, set up meetings with them. A lot of times they have special offers, like a conference offer for you, where you get a special rate for going and receiving a service from them or help from them. So, it is incredible. And you don't get that when you go to in-person. You don't get to go back and record and watch the person and ask them to repeat what they said. And can you rewind back 3 more minutes? I can't remember what you said there. We don't get to do that, but here we can do that. And so it's really amazing to be able to do that and look at all of these sessions that you have opportunity for. But don't worry, if you miss this one, don't worry. No FOMO necessary, because we're having the virtual wellness experience in March. So we'll be back. I think that is all that I wanted to share. Thank you so much.
And you have 13 days remaining. Sorry, Felipe, I was talking to you, actually. I know your wife's going back to watch it. It's 13 days now after today.
I'll make sure she knows. I just want to give a shout out to Jamie. For all the work she did on that magazine. Besides the fact that it looked amazing. I know that magazines are not as common, as popular as it was for many of us when we were growing up. But I gotta say, it was really just, besides being so well done and presented and just so professional, it was fun to see yourself in a magazine. So I just want to give her a shout out for just giving that, little touch of just real nice professional, how do we call it? Just professional journalism, I guess, doing a magazine. Because my kids, my wife, my mother, they're like, that's really cool. Like, of all the things I do on LinkedIn, that impressed them probably more than a lot of the audio rooms. So I just wanted to give a shout out to her for just doing such a great job. And I know it was a lot of work.
Well, and I do want to say we do feature an artist, and this is an artist from St. Louis area. Her name is Bonnie Murray, who creates that. That's something that Jamie does, is that she wants an artist on the cover of the magazine. And so we do go out and seek out a specific artist to be a part of that magazine. Now, the artist, when they have art shows, the previous one from the virtual wellness experience, they take it to their art show. And so they're showing and displaying that they're in a magazine, which is incredible, as well as for all of you as presenters also can utilize that for your own, any type of sessions or live events or anything like that you're going to or doing. I mean, it's pretty good, information about you so that people that are coming to see you can learn a little bit more about you as well. Very cool. All right. We are getting very close. Yes. Thank you, Jamie. And thank you to everybody in the audience. Thank you, Charito, for being here, and Christy, Lisa, they were able to attend. Dr. Qureshi, thank you for being here today. We appreciate your support and help. Always. Melissa, thank you for being here. Carrie, thank you for presenting and being with us. Trying, thanks for being here today. We appreciate all of you. And if we missed someone, you may not have just shown up on our comment section, but we also appreciate you for being here. We might see you when we actually log back into LinkedIn. I don't know why that happens, but it does sometimes. Certainly.
Thank you, Johnny. I saw you. It was Johnny's LinkedIn user besides me.
All right. All right.
It's really hard not to do like the big thing.
Yeah. Yeah. Damien, did you want to ask a question?
Yes, I do want to ask a question. So my question is for everyone. Who's you most excited to meet, connect with that you didn't know before the summit? And that was most interesting or you connected with? It has to be somebody you didn't know before the summit.
Jump in.
You either went to their session or met with them.
I'll jump in, Damien. So Janelle made a comment after my session that really kind of connected with me. And her and I have been connected on LinkedIn, but we haven't taken time to get to know each other. So we've been messaging each other today, trying to figure out a date for her and I to just sit and chat. And I love when people are willing to give me feedback on any of the topics I do, whether it's a positive topic, something they expected or something not. So I'm so excited to hear more from her directly. I think that was just really cool that she was just willing to be like, your session hit me differently than I thought. And I'm like, yes, that's what I want to hear, because I think I talk to a certain audience, but I want it to be accessible for everybody. So as a presenter, that made me really happy, but it also makes me happy to know that there's somebody that's been in my network that's been just kind of on the side that I haven't really taken that time to get to know. And knowing that she showed up, she was so vocal in the session. She was so empowering herself, even not being a presenter. It's like, ooh, I got to get to know this human more. So that was definitely my take. I really appreciated getting to have the audience respond both during the sessions and at the end as they wanted to.
I'm going to echo Janelle too, actually, because she was just so engaged in the session. She just asked really thought-provoking questions. You could tell that she was absorbing it. And, that's what we always hope is when you're presenting or teaching something, you hope that they're trying to figure out how am I going to apply this in everyday life. And she was demonstrating that through her questions. And the fact that she's an HR professional. I mean, that's just an easy one for me to get to know her more. So I'm looking forward to get to know her. It was nice really to get engaged with her and get to know her better.
I'm gonna add that it was amazing to actually be able to see Christy. Like, she's the supporter of everybody. She shares everybody's events. She is right there supporting us and being present in all of our rooms. Like, she's amazing, and being able to see her and then being able to actually have her be in the room with me and ask questions and make comments, I think that was wonderful, because she's always been a silent person in all the audio rooms. So yeah, it was kind of cool.
Well
How
shared.
about you, Lee?
Well, when you say, can it be somebody that maybe I've seen through the network here, but haven't necessarily connected with at all?
That'll work.
Would that work? So I would say, I think one of the persons that I thought I definitely want to make a point of reaching out to was Renrick. Had a lot of really interesting things to say. So I definitely want to connect with him, and enjoyed listening to his story. His stories resonate with people, and his background and what have you. And so that's somebody I'm definitely going to reach out to. But I'm also, although I am connected with Brenda Lee's, I didn't do it the full way. I was driving with the breathing. I'm like, maybe I shouldn't drive and do the breathing. So, but I was listening and paying attention, and but I definitely want to implement more of that in my practice, because it's super duper duper important. And a version of that, Brenda Lee's, that I use is to encourage people. I'm very visual, so I tell them that we're going to calm the circuits. It's when we're doing the deep breathing to bring things down, because we're just kind of firing, excited, and just using our shoulders to breathe. So I like to think of it as calming the circuits when we're doing some deep breathing and calming things down. So that's what I will do. Thank you.
Nice, I like that. Tina.
I really enjoyed connecting with a few. So also, I have to second that with Christy in my session. She was really interactive, and then Brenda Lee's. It was just like I just felt so honored for her to come into my room, and that she was able to receive just a little bit of a guided meditation that I did, and I look forward to also doing more breath work and learning that, so I can use that with clients too, like Lee said. And then when I attended Lee's session, I was walking outside, and it got me at a moment, and I really felt it. Your session just touched me, and we had connected just I think in the DM, saying we need to connect, but we never have. And so this was a neat opportunity to just kind of meet through her session and through a really kind of a emotional moment. And we're going to connect one-on-one. So I'm looking forward to connecting with both Lee and Brenda Lee's.
Love that. Who didn't go? Leslie?
Well, I could have said Janelle, because she got my free ticket, and she's just been great. So obviously there are several people that kind of bubbled to the top, right, of being expressed and engaged. One thing that I love Brenda Lee's work, but I especially liked Fawn Chirot, right? She has a slightly different approach, which I think actually complements what I do with Brenda Lee's when I show up Tuesday or Thursday morning on time, right? So I found her presentation really engaging, and had me being more curious. So I would say Fawn is the person that I really want to get to know more. So thank you.
I like that. Who do we get? Everybody went?
Camille didn't go.
Camille didn't go.
Camille, you with us? Are you in the Halloween aisle?
I am in all tons of aisles right now, in between them. It's been great listening to everybody as I got company while I grocery shop. So thank you so very much. I'm looking forward to actually going to the replay because, again, Friday I was working, so I had to pop in and out, but I really, really want to take in the replay session so I could take everyone's session and so much more. I'm very interested in releasing your breath work. It has changed my life, and I'm interested to see how your present the presentation and how she did it with the in the online. So I'm looking forward to that. And I just wanted to say again, thank you for the opportunity to do this and for having the replay for people like myself. See, this is about the life work balance. Just because you couldn't be there in person doesn't mean that we are getting left out. So I want to say that. So I can't say that there's one person in particular because I am your prime example of somebody who values replays. And I get to get like the power of the pen. I think Coach Lee you had mentioned that about just writing things down. And I'm huge on that. I even have a sticker right on my laptop that says the power of the pen. So I am going to be sitting down and taking in everybody's session and really finding ways to incorporate it within mine. And not even just my business, but I take a lot of what I learned from you all to my own self. I've learned so much over the last year and a half on LinkedIn from so many of you all, and I continue to. And as my life transitions, what I've learned is it doesn't mean that I stop growing or my business stops growing or the connection stop growing. It is more of a opportunity to come outside and expand. So thank you all. I'm going to look forward to seeing everybody's replays and break it all down in my pad and paper. And thank you all for joining me grocery shopping too as well. It was wonderful.
We love these live experiences. So this is a great, this is real life. It's real life. I get it. And, I just want to add, like, what was fun for me was to watch it all come together, and so, to see the audience participation, to hear their healing during the events, and to hear the action steps and strategies they are planning on implementing or taking away, or what they have gained, watching the presenters all come together and culminate and, put on this impressive summit is really just incredible to see. And again, like Damien said, his word was proud. We're very proud of the people that were selected to be a part of this. They came through with true with their true being and what they stand for, and they shared with their hearts and are helping change other people's lives for the good. So it was just incredible.
That is definitely great, and it's the third summit down.
Can I say something?
Go ahead.
I was part of the last summit, and I was part of this summit, and I can't wait to be part of the next summit. Like, I really do enjoy how Dr. Tanya and Damien handle this, like the way you work through it, the way you make us feel so comfortable. And at the end of the day, you're also giving us experience to be able to deal with audiences in a very different way, because a lot of us do audio rooms, but audio rooms is completely different than when you're interacting with people live. And I think the fact that you make us feel like it's so easy, and in reality it's easy. We can do it. We can all do it. That fills my heart, and I'm so glad and happy to have met both of you, and that both of you are part of my life.
Thank you so much for that.
Thank you. Feelings mutual.
Can I say one thing real quick?
Yes.
So I want to agree that what Brenda Lee said, you made it so easy, but I want to say that I don't think it was as easy for them as it was for the rest of us because of all the work that you all did. So I just get a shout out to that, because you all, if you all were stressed at all, it never came across, not once. Y'all were cool, calm, and collective, and you seem to enjoy it the whole time. And that's just a great sign of great leadership. So thank you for that. And I gotta tell you, the whole Brady Bunch thing is driving me crazy. I so like want to start like just like start bothering all of y'all and just do this. I don't know why. Stop poking me. Stop. Get off.
Yeah, I'm never fun with it. That's why I never spotlight anybody because I'm never gonna probably see this many people on the screen in a long time. Oh man, this is funny.
You all make it easy though for us. We really do have a ton of fun with it. And, like I said, Damien and I spent an hour debriefing after, on the phone, and already we got to do this next time. We got to do this. We got to do this. We got to do this. Like we already have our list going of improvements, and so, things that we want to make better, to help it run smoother. And so that's always fun for us to do also. So we are excited about that as well.
Yes, I'm definitely excited about it. That whole hour and a half was laugh, call, text. And it was just anything that was a hiccup or a mishap was easily redirected because y'all were invested and y'all were able to help and support. And y'all weren't afraid to say, okay, I saw this. Can you do that, this? I need help here. And it was just effortless because y'all reached out. And everybody was on reaching out through messages, text messages, phone calls, the chat, everything. So it was really fun and a great experience. And anything that you think was stressful wasn't stressful to us. We were like, you know what? That's just a learning experience. We know what to do next time. We knew how to pivot here and where to go there. It was a lot of concentration on the part. So if you see me like I'm in deep thought because I'm concentrating on like 5 things going on in the replay, but I enjoyed the experience. Definitely, and we love to get your feedback. I think my biggest takeaway is I was happy to build even bigger relationships with each individual a part of the summit, learning and knowing each other. And like I said before, that magazine made me realize that there was connections within the rooms that needed to be made. And I'm happy for that. Jackie, I would love to talk to your team, pick their brain about the feedback and whatnot. I think that was amazing. I know last year Camille did it for her team. This year you had your team, and I think it was amazing. I was so happy and honored to have the opportunity to build either further relationships.
They had no idea what to expect. I didn't show them the speakers list. I didn't show them the presentation topics. And so I sent them all an email and told them I want their feedback by noon tomorrow so I can send it to you guys right away.
Thank you. And I'll send you the correct stuff.
And I wanted to say too, I had some people at my work that were seeing what I was doing. So we are going to, 2 of my girls are going to, if you don't mind, they want to do some of the replay because they were interested, like, oh my gosh, what is this? What is this? So I will be doing that. So thank you all again. That is just awesome. And I have to say, I have to echo Felipe. This is the second time I've done the summit. And if ever there was a definition of balance or calm or just getting it done without, losing the gasket or doing it very well, I would put Dr. Tanya and Damien's face like boom right there in the center, because you all had the patience, the gratitude, the understanding, and managing. Again, as you said, this is not even a third of the speakers that presented, and you managed all of us, like and the system and the program. I'm always in awe. I think I say it every time because it's just amazing. I have 3 kids and I don't even have it as managed like you all do it on a Zoom. So thank you.
Thank you. I know we got to get out of here, but I do want to make sure everyone knows what's going on. Our next thing is we already have it up on the website, the experience. So we have the virtual wellness experience, which is kind of the thing that actually created the magazine the first time for the virtual wellness summit. So the experience is out. It is definitely an experience. We have so many layers in going into it. You can go to Creative Living Ideas website and go to virtual wellness experience, and you can click, which is the tab over here, You can click that and it'll go right to here. And it'll go into this early bird pricing, which is $75. Please take advantage of that. Thank you again, Jackie, for bringing your whole entire team to it. Jackie bought a ticket and had her whole team watch it. So, and that's what we encourage, to make it accessible, affordable, and have people, the experience is, I'm excited about that. And we're also looking for presenters for that. And we're starting opening applications for presenters for the experience. So that is what's up next. And let me stop sharing. And I thank everybody for coming. Dr. Farron, do you have anything you want to say before we get out of here?
Thank you, guys. You're awesome. That's all I want to say.
Thank you. I want to leave with a quote. I do want to leave with the 2350 effect quote as always, but I want to leave with another quote. Renrick, he and I've known Renrick for a very long time at this point. He said something one time when we were in a workshop together and just sitting down. He said, I live in my imagination, and that helps it become reality. So, and as always, do not let 10 minutes of a bad moment disrupt our 23 hours and 50 minutes of your life. We have life is short. Live life to your fullest and optimal. No regrets, and refrain from holding grudges with people. It's not worth it. So thank you all. And as always, we are here every Sunday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, because I live on the East Coast. And for the 2350 effect. And if you want to be a presenter at the work, like the virtual wellness experience, if you want to become a guest on the 2350 effect, please reach out. And if you want to connect with any of these presenters, reach out, because I will connect you with them. And please get them to come into your organization's company or into your life. So with that said, watch the reel so you can see all the amazing people that went into the hard work of this. I know me and Dr. Farron get a lot of credit for it, but it's a team effort. It wouldn't be what it is without the help, the support, and luxury of these people. So with that said, goodbye.